Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Bit late today, just got off of a flight from Sweden. Had a really fantastic time over there in Scandinavia, in Norway, in Sweden. It was brilliant. Thanks to the guys from Gothenburg, Arsenal Gothenburg, for giving me this scarf. Thank you very much. Really enjoyed my time out there, and it was a good game yesterday. Good performance by Arsenal. They've looked sharp right throughout the pre-season. 3-2 winners over Manchester City, and yeah, it was a good performance that was overshadowed by a really horrible injury at the end of the game to Gabriel. At the time of doing the show, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but it didn't look like a good injury. It looked like well, there's never a good injury, is there? But it looked like he's going to be out for quite a while, and you start to say to yourself, why have we not got in that defender that we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks? We're now short. There's no Koscielny, or we may have to rush Koscielny back. It's literally Rob Holding, who's done very well in the pre-season, but is a very inexperienced guy who was playing at Bolton last season, and Callum Chambers. That is it. Arsene Wenger himself has admitted that they need an experienced centre-back. I spoke to Ivan Gazidis in LA. He said they're working on experienced centre-back. It looks like it's Shedra and Mustafi. Mustafi is the guy that we've been linked with. We're being told that Valencia are willing to sell, but they want to find a replacement before they sell him. And that's what's caused the delay. That could be the delay, and I suppose if that's the reason for the delay, I suppose it's a valid reason. But I don't know, why does our transfers seem to always take so long? I mean, we're talking about a 20-odd million pound transfer here, you know what I mean? Manchester United have just got Paul Pogba over the line. £100 million, difficult transfer, lots of wheeling and dealing. They got it done. This is a defender we're talking about for 20-odd million quid. What's the problem? He should have been in place for the first game of the season, regardless of whether Gabriel got an injury or not. It should have been Mustafi, or whoever the defensive target was, should have been in place. And now, again, that's been shown up by what's happened to Gabriel yesterday. It's like deja vu. I mean, injuries already happening at Arsenal. No Mertesacker, no Gabriel. It's just deja vu at the moment. And this is what causes the frustration of the Arsenal fans. And we shouldn't be frustrated at the moment, because there's so many positives to take from our performances in pre-season. I saw every game. We've looked sharp. We've looked really, really sharp. There's, you know, obviously they're not up to match speed yet, and I'm not going to get carried away with victories over Manchester City and Viking, etc. But it's positive. But why have we not just got those players in? So frustrating. I mean, again today, as well as Mustafi, we're being linked with Johnny Evans again today. I know it's not a signing that most fans would want to see, but the way things are going at the moment, you know what I mean, it'd be better than nothing. But Johnny Evans, the West Bromwich Albion defender, being linked again today. Also linked to a German youngster who goes by the name of Lucas Klostermann. First time I'm ever sort of hearing about this guy, 20 years of age. He plays for the newly promoted team RB Leipzig. Arsenal apparently chasing him alongside Spurs, Ajax, a whole host of teams after him. Again, he's not the answer, is he? You know, it's a German Rob Holding, isn't it? You know, I mean, we don't need really a prospect right now. We need an experienced centre-back, which is exactly what, you know, chief executive club told me. We need an experienced centre-back. So we need to get him in. Whether he's going to be in place in time for the weekend, I really don't know. It could be a case of we're going to have to bring Koscielny straight back in. But certainly it's a bit of a crisis at the back at the moment in that centre-half position, which of course we know is a vital, vital position in any football team. Mario Icardi today. Now this one's a very interesting one. Gazzetta dello Sport, they've got a story running today where they say that Arsenal are willing to give 35 million euros plus Olivier Giroud for the services of Mario Icardi. Again, I think that's a ridiculous rumour. There's no way Arsenal are going to let go Olivier Giroud for Mario Icardi plus £35 million. That's nonsense. I just can't see that happening. That is a rumour all over the place today. I think Giroud is a very important player for Arsenal, but we all know we do need another striker. We've been looking at Icardi. Icardi seems to be suggesting that he's happy at Milan, Inter Milan, should I say. His wife, who is his agent, I don't know what she's up to. She's been a bit mischievous in the whole thing, probably trying to get a better deal. And the interesting thing, actually, I think the most interesting thing is the fact that Inter Milan have parted ways with the manager, Roberto Mancini. What is that going to mean for the Icardi situation? Remember, Icardi's captain. He'll be probably pretty close to Mancini. Mancini apparently has left because he's been very unhappy with the transfer policy at Inter Milan. Basically, they're saying we're not really spending, work with what you've got at the moment, and he's been very unhappy with that. With Mancini leaving, does that mean that that destabilises Icardi at all? That is more interesting than the silly link, I think, saying that Giroud plus 35 million euros. I think if Arsenal are looking to buy a striker, they want to buy a striker that's going to play with Giroud or give Giroud competition, not Giroud leaving the club. I really don't think that. Or are we going to go with Alexis up front? He looked decent yesterday. Arsene Wenger said after the game, you know, Alexis can play up front. He liked, you know, what him and Theo Walcott did. Theo Walcott scored a great goal, by the way. Looked very sharp. Last two games, as I always say, he's a confidence player. Last two games, he's looked very confident, very good. And the goal he scored yesterday was excellent. Theo on the right, Alexis down the middle. Could that be the answer? Thierry Henry even suggesting that maybe it could be a combination like similar to what France did with Giroud, where they had Giroud and Griezmann. Instead of Giroud and Griezmann, you got Giroud and Alexis. Could that be the answer? No. No, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Listen, maybe it could work, but we need a striker. Get that striker done. Oh my gosh. And the Lacazette thing, again, we're not sure of the extent of the injury that he came off to at the weekend, whether it's a proper injury, whether it's one of those injuries where the player himself is trying not to get hurt because he knows there's an impending move. We really don't know. But we're now a week away. I said last week's a very important week for Arsenal. There's still no activity. We're a week away from the start of the season. Surely, we got to sign a centre-back. Surely. I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. Thanks for everybody who's been leaving comments. I'll be back on reading them all out tomorrow. Thanks for watching AFTV Transfer Daily today, and we'll be back around about the same time tomorrow.